Good morning, everyone. I want to call this court to session here. Welcome everyone that's here. Appreciate everybody being here to this court session. We got business to take care of for Pulaski County. Our order of business this morning will be a moment of silence, and then I've asked Mr. Wilson to lead us in the pledge. But before we do our moment of silence, does anyone have any prior requests or concerns that we need to bring before the court? Bobby, the sheriff.
Works for the county. Kevin Bullock, he's up in Central Baptist, got pancreatitis. Remember him.
Thank you.
Judge McGuire's family.
Thank you. Judge McGuire's family and also Kevin Bullock. Anyone else?
Joe Taylor, Fire Chief of White Lily, according to having some medical issues.
That's correct. Thank you. Anyone else? We'll all bow for just a moment of silence, and then Mr. Wilson will lead us in the pledge. Thank you. If everyone will please stand and face the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seated. First item of business this morning would be to any citizens that have a comment. If you notice, we've moved that to the top of the order. To anyone that has a comment can do that, and then they can leave, because I know they got more important business. Seeing none, anyone else here? Anybody want to speak? Seeing none, we'll move to our first item of business, would be approve the minutes of September 23rd meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilden.
Second.
Second by Mr. Strunk. Any comments on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item would be a new business library board appointment. We have an expiration of Mr. Adam Richardson on the library board, and I want to ask the court to approve reappointing him back to that board. He's served there for a while and is doing a good job.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Rancho.
Second.
Second by Mr. Turpin. Any discussion on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. Next item I have on the agenda was opioid settlement, and I'm going to have to go to executive session to discuss that, so we'll do that at the end of the meeting. Next up would be permission to advertise for a road grader. We have got 2 road graders at the garage that are broke down. We've been putting a patch on them every now and then, trying to keep them in service, but they have become almost inoperable moving forward. One of them have the brakes out on it, and we've tried to fix it. It's going to cost about $15,000 to $17,000 to repair it, and then it's got other problems beyond that. But I think it's become time that we have to look at a purchase, so I'm going to ask permission to bid for a county road grader.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson. Do I have a second on that? Second by Mr. Strunk. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That one passes. We'll post that for permission to bid for the road grader. Next up on the agenda is health insurance. Normally we do this at the October meeting. We're just a little bit late this year, but we don't have any rates back from our carrier yet, so we'll not do any business on that at this time. They're running a little bit late getting our insurance rates, so we will pass on that right now.
Judge, on that, I mean, I'm still concerned with trying to find some kind of, other than the individual employee plan, about a plan that will work for families. So I'm hoping that through this process, we can come up with an affordable plan for family members and their children, so, or a way to help just a little bit. I know our budget's tight, but
We have our representatives from our insurance carrier here. Kelly, would you like to address that? I know you weren't planning on speaking, but
That's okay. As the judge said, I am waiting on your all's renewal. I should have it hopefully any day now. Mark, to address your concern, that's something that we always look at every year. Right now, the only individual policies that are available are through the marketplace, through CareSource and Anthem. Those are going, CareSource is exiting the market at the end of this year. So for Pulaski County for 2026, we will have Anthem. We've got a couple folks that we're running through that, employees that we're running through that right now. I share your concern in the family cost of our group plan, and that's something that we always look at and try to balance employee benefits versus dependent cost. Once I get the rates back in, let's you and I connect, and then we'll talk through some options and see maybe, and I welcome any feedback from anybody, because I understand, what a concern that is.
well, I know our plan is an excellent plan for the employee. We have a
Correct.
great plan for
Yeah.
the employee. But for families,
Yeah.
it's a terrible plan.
I fully,
And I know I talked to one of the employees that said they went through you and got a family plan for like $1,800 a month or something like that with multiple kids. So I'd like to see if we can kind of work with that
Sure.
and see if we can find some kind of
Sure.
something. I want to make sure they're taken care of.
oh, absolutely. And, in the past and currently, we do have a handful of your all's employees that we do have their families ran through an individual policy through the marketplace, and then that is payroll deducted. That just comes on your all's monthly bill. The rates through the marketplace are determined by household size and household income. So there's not really a set formula that I can tell you that Plan X is $300. It's all very individualized, but certainly that's something that we look at every year, and I'm happy to work closely with whoever's interested or has questions about that.
When you bring your rates to us, will you do presentation on what can help the families out
Yeah, sure,
in front of the court?
I can, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that's no problem.
Thanks,
Any other
Kelly.
questions? All righty, thank you.
Next up would be road addition. We've got 3 roads to bring into the county. I think we've had them all looked at. Carriageway, I need a vote to take it into the system. It's been looked at and okayed with magistrates. I've got 3 of them. I'm probably going to do each one separate.
Motion.
Motion to take in Carriageway by Mr. Strunk,
Second.
second by Mr. Renshaw. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next one is Carriage Court. It's in the same subdivision.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Strunk,
Second.
second by Mr. Renshaw. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And also, next one would be Wayman's Way. It's off of 39. It's a new development there on 39. It's been looked at.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wheeldon,
Second.
second by Mr. Renshaw. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion passes. I've got 2, I've got one more to take in, but I need a public hearing on it. It's Birch Creek Lane off of 80 next to Barlow Equipment. I think it has been looked at. I just need permission for a public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Renshaw,
Second.
second by Mr. Turpin. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? That one passes. Also, I've got a ask for permission for a public hearing to change the name of Recycle Way to Peter Zent Way. That is off of Barnesburg Road. It used to be where the recycle center for the Keck family owned, and they've sold it out to another company. And they've asked me to change that name from Recycle. There's no longer a recycle center there. So I'm asking for permission for a public hearing there.
There's supposed to be, you can file a petition and give notice to, there's supposed to be notice given to at least 50% of the landowners abutting the road, or whoever wants the name change can file a petition that has to be signed by at least 50% of the landowners that abut the road, and then the court can, you're supposed to have a public hearing on it.
Do we need to wait on the public hearing until we get something signed?
Yeah, because technically you're supposed to have either you or whoever's requesting it is supposed to.
Okay. I'll get that taken care of.
Get a petition signed.
All right.
Yeah.
I will get that taken care of. We may be jumping the gun there a little bit then. We'll table that one until the next meeting. I think that takes care of all the new business. We'll go to department reports. The first one I have up is our Sheriff Bobby Jones.
I had no idea this morning that when I prepared this, that insurance people was here. I'm glad y'all are here, but that's the crux of this, what I'm going to talk about. I promised the citizens of Pulaski County that I'd be a transparent sheriff. As you know, transparency doesn't mean necessarily good news. So anyway, I prepared this. Good morning, everyone. I want to acknowledge the challenge that there's no secret within our department or the community, the high rate of turnover within the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. We've seen dedicated, experienced deputies, staff leave for other agencies and other professions, and to be frank, it puts a strain on all of us. This is not a blame game, it's a reality check. When we lose good people, we lose knowledge, experience, and momentum. It means mandatory overtraining, higher training costs, and more stress on the current staff. In a competitive market, our pay scales and benefits are not keeping pace with the neighboring departments. We lose good people because they can get better offers down the road. Many have joined the department waiting a long time and fulfilling career, but without the security of family insurance and better pay, they feel like they have run into a dead end. The deputies are working 7 days a week, 365 days a week to protect the citizens and the visitors within this county. They do this with less than 20 deputies patrolling the road, including the supervisors. When we have one deputy off, it can put a strain on the whole schedule. There are 5 deputies that put in applications for other agencies. I've already been informed that at least 3 are getting job offers. This affects the nature of calls, the time of response, and the amount of investigation to these calls. It takes 1 year, almost 1 year, to replace a single deputy. We recently hired a deputy and got him in the December 15th Academy class. He will graduate on June 11th and then have 16 weeks of FTO with the field training officer. We continue to protect and serve the citizens of Pulaski County with unwavering commitment. We will continue to build trust with the community and face the challenges head on and remain focused on improving public safety. I know that words alone can't solve this. Change will have to take time and commitment from the county government, but I also am confident that working together, we can do this. Department, justice, if we and have a place where people will want to build a career. Across the entire sheriff's office, we need affordable family insurance and competitive wages. The reason for this is, like I just said, we've got 3 deputies that's potentially getting ready to go to another agency. That's going to put a huge strain on this. It's no secret that I think we have 1 or maybe 2 Kentucky State Troopers that work this county, period. They answer less than 5% of the calls. This is not a slander on them or anything else. We also cover for the neighboring cities when they don't have someone on duty. We cover for Burnside, Science Hill, Eubank, Ferguson when they don't have deputies out. So I actually had the captain to meet with the deputies to find out what the issue was, why they put their applications in, and to put it frank, that was about the insurance. It was about, I hadn't even talked to Mark, he brought that up, and I didn't know the insurance was gonna be an agenda today, but, my purpose for saying it is, I'm not saying that there is a solution. I understand it's a budgeted thing, but it's my job to let the people know the reason we may not be answering their calls. If we lose 5 people, it's going to put a tremendous strain because it's going to take a while to get them 5 people back. That's the bad news. Here's the good news. We already had 4 coming. So we got 1 going to the academy now. We got the other 3 set up, ready to go. It's a process. We've been working on this. It takes about 3 months to get through a process, backgrounds and everything else. So the good news is we already had 4. I've done this job for now almost 3 years. Sheriff Spec done it for 8. We've been fully staffed 3 months in those many years. So we've never been able to get fully staffed. I thought we was getting there before I found out about these 5 leaving us, potentially leaving us. But I don't know if there's any solutions. This is not a blame game. It's just me being transparent with the public, wanting the public to know where we're coming from. The cavalry's not coming. So I mean, if we'd had that shooting the other night at 12, 30 minutes after midnight the other night, and we only had another deputy working something else, it could have been a very bad situation. Luckily, we're blessed that we got people there, and they got a hold of the situation. One of the, or actually 3 of the ones that have put in are still under contract. So I just wanted to also explain to fiscal court that what that means is I've got them under contract, so they have to pay that out if they go to another agency, and part of that will be the benefits package for the county. So that is added in on the contract. So just to let you all know that if they do leave, that we will get that money reimbursed, and then we'll write the check back to the county for the benefits that you all have paid out to get, because it's only fair. That's what's been paid for them. So I didn't know if y'all had any questions or not, but I just kind of wanted to put y'all on notice that I didn't know if y'all had heard the rumors or not, but the rumors are true. So we've got some looking for others. I had my captain meet with them, and they said the primary thing was the insurance. I'm hiring these families young. They're coming in, a single, dating maybe or something like that. They end up having kids, and all of a sudden their life changes. They can't make ends meet. So, any questions from you all?
I'll mention something. So I've been hearing the rumors, but so I went back and looked at the budgets. Our budgets consist of basically 2 areas: our general fund budget and our department budgets that are pretty much mandatory. This county is required 26 mandatory items, from jails to psychiatric evaluations and everything else that the state requires us to do. But over the last 5 years, I went back to 21-22 budget, the county's been able to increase the money we give the sheriff department by $500,000 a year. In 2021, 2022, we gave the sheriff's department $2.6 million. This year and last year, we've given over $3.1 million. That's 15% of our general fund budget, which our general fund pays out a lot of the other organizations that we have to fund. Unfortunately, the county only gets a less than a $50 million budget. And like the city, which I heard some of them may be going to there, they have a $100 million budget plus. So it's hard for us we want to do more, but we're still one of the biggest county around here that gives the most to their sheriff's departments. I mean, I think, and like I said, I know that the insurance family issue's always been an issue. They've all talked to me about it, and I'm out there on the road with them, working accidents and stuff like that, and I talk to these guys, so I know the issue. But I think there's a little bit more to that issue besides pay and health. I'm hearing that due to whatever reason, I'm hearing the morale is down, but it's not down due to pay and healthcare. That might be part of it, but I'm also hearing there's a lot of other issues that's going on over there.
I met
And
with
that needs to be-
every single deputy that works night shift, with the exception of one, he's on vacation, individually. If the morale's down, morale can be down for a lot of reasons, because of pay and everything. But the thing about morale down, this is not an isolated instance to the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. This is across the board as far as employees. But here's what I've got to say about that. The difference in this is when you say around the surrounding counties, because I called Kentucky Sheriff's Association about the contracts, so I called 2 or 3 different sheriffs. You know, the difference in Pulaski County, when you're talking about the last census come in and said we was under 70,000, I don't believe that no more than anybody. I believe we're way over 70,000 people deep, and with the summer visitors that we still have to, the shooting we had a couple weeks ago was an Ohio person shooting an Ohio person. So we have those kinds of situations that we still got to police and manufacture with an agency that we are the primary law enforcement. When you talk about the other counties, we can do that. Here's the duties of the sheriff. We've got 7 duties of the sheriff. We've got to work our recs. We've got to collect taxes. We've got to take care of the judicial center. We've got to do the civil process. Nowhere in the duties of the sheriff does it say that the sheriff has to work rapes, robberies, homicides, burglaries, thefts. Nowhere does it say we have to do that. I know I'd be a one-sitting sheriff if I said that's what we're going to do. Just heck with everybody else. I care about this county. I love this county. I was born and raised here. I want to protect the citizens of this county. I'm not saying we're going to go to that, but at the end of the day, the cavalry's not coming. I have asked and begged. Sheriff Speck was in here. He asked and begged. Sheriff Todd Wood was in here. He asked and begged. We want the Kentucky State Police to come in and help us out. If they would send 10 or 12 deputies in here like they've got in Laurel County, that would be great. You talk about Kessel County, that shuts down 8 to 4. They're an 8 to 4 sheriff's department. They shut down at 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, they don't answer any calls. That's the difference with Pulaski County Sheriff's Office, is we are the primary law enforcement here. The reason morale's down is because this dedicated crew that I've got is working their hind end off. I mean, they are working to death. They have to. We answer calls. You know, a 2-year out of control. Mom calls and wants us to come and take care of the child. She says it on the 911 call. We want law enforcement to come take care of the child because she doesn't believe in capital punishment. She wants, or corporal punishment. She wants us to come and do something. Those kind of calls. What I'm trying to get across is we can't answer those kinds of calls because there's not enough of us. When we talk about morale being down, of course it's down when you sit there and say our call volume versus what our pay is. Our pay is substantially low for the amount of work that they do.
And I understand what you're trying to say, but that's not what I'm hearing.
That's fine but here's something.
I mean, I'm hearing that there's some internal issues that need to be taken care of for morale too.
I wish you wouldn't bring that in physical court. I wish you'd bring that to my office.
Well,
every one of y'all can come into my office and talk to me and say, hey, there's a problem. I'm hearing this problem because all I know is what I've been told. That's all I know. Anybody's welcome. I've got an open door policy. I've never refused to talk to anybody. If somebody wants to come to my office and talk to me about a morale issue or whatever, because all I can do is what they've told me. And that's the reason I said when I said a minute ago that the captain had met with them, because I don't expect some people to tell the sheriff certain things.
I shouldn't have to be the one to come to you. You should be listening to what you guys are saying.
I did. That's exactly what I just told you.
Apparently not all the way from what I'm hearing. So
I'm sorry?
Apparently not all of the issues, because I'm hearing other stuff that I'm not going to get into you with. That you need to find out what's going on with your guys.
If I ask them, they don't tell me. How am I supposed to know?
But
do you agree?
Yeah.
If I'm sitting here saying the
but why don't they want to tell you about it?
I'm sorry.
Why don't they want to tell you about it?
About what?
About the issues or the.
What are the issues?
The issues they have.
What are they?
That's what I'm saying. There's a reason why they won't come to you with the issues.
Okay.
That needs to be taken care of. So that's exactly, and I don't know if anybody else has been hearing it, but I have.
I've heard that too. I've heard the same things.
It's not our responsibility to tell you how to run your department.
No, I'm not asking you to run the department, but here's the thing about it. If I don't have somebody that's man enough to come to me and say, here's the problem, here's the issue, all I can sit there and say is what they've come and told them. And so that's the reason I stepped back and I said, okay, Captain, I want you to go talk to these individuals because I have already met with them. I've got a journal. I'll share that journal. I won't because it's private, but on every single one of them that come in there about what do you think we should do, shouldn't do, and all this kind of stuff. A lot of things when you say it's a morale issue is I've got both sides of it. Either I crack the whip on my deputies and sit there and say, okay, I want you to do what I'm asking you to do, which is not a whole lot. I'm asking you to answer the calls. I'm asking you at night do door checks. I'm asking you to serve papers. That's basically your primary focus of what I want you to do. But some of them want to gather up and get together, and then I go crack the whip and I say, okay, you're not going to get together. You're going to go out here. This is a big county. You're going to get out in the county. But then they want to stay in a certain area. Then that's a problem. If I address that problem, yeah, there may be morale issues with that. But if they think the grass is greener on the other side, that they're not going to have to do that when the agency they go to, that's fine.
They're afraid of repercussions and stuff if they come and talk to somebody about it, so,
I hear there's a lot more chiefs than there are Indians.
yeah.
And there's a lot of people sitting down there that don't get out and do the calls and.
And I can address. I can tell you. I know where that's coming from on night shift, and I get this. But if you go to the neighboring city, you will not see one single sergeant answer a call. The officers answer a call and the sergeants patrol. Here we
Used
have.
to, that our county, the sheriff answered calls. Sammy Catron answered, he was out working every day. The sheriff, the deputy sheriff, everybody down answered calls when they wasn't doing something. And now they don't.
Yeah, and they don't have, and the public, that's the reason I'm here, the public has not a clue how much administration. When Sam Catron was here, they didn't have body cams. You know how many open records requests? It takes one person just to do the body cams on the administrative side. They had open records requests. It takes one person to do that. It's also a situation where ordering this equipment, my captain, and the captain does answer calls, and the lieutenant answers calls. But you'll never see that at another agency where captains and lieutenant answers calls.
When it's slow or something, I think everybody should answer the call. I mean, everybody sitting down there, if there's a call out and one of the deputies can't get to it, somebody should get to it.
That's the problem. There ain't nobody sitting down there.
Well, that's not what we hear. I mean, that's not what I hear. I don't know what everybody else hears. But.
I mean, it's the people, it's not for this court to tell you what to do with your department. It's not, but it's what the people expect of your department.
Yeah.
So, and with our funding issues that we have in the county.
I get calls all through the night asking me doing this and all this kind of, I get calls. So I'm a 24-hour sheriff. But for me to come in here, I actually campaign, and I'll be the first to sit here and say, I'm a truth and transparency guy you'll ever meet. I campaign on what I wanted to do was 80% in the office and 20% on the road. I don't have that 20% on the road. I can't get out there. I'm hearing that the sheriff ain't out there, If you look, my car's sitting out in the parking lot from Monday through Friday. All my deputies get work for 10-hour shifts. From Monday through Friday, it's sitting out there usually. I took one vacation this year, 1 week of vacation this year. When I was on patrol, I got 4. I got 4. I got one vacation this year is all I've taken.
How many road deputies you have on
I'm trying
during
to get
daylight hours? Road deputies.
on what now?
Before 4 o'clock, how many road deputies do you have out patrolling?
I don't have the schedule in front of me, but on day shift, we average about 4. We try to have at least 4 or 5 out per shift.
Per shift, but that's not happening, is it?
No, night shift we only got 2 out on the extreme nights. On from 2 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, we only got 2 deputies out.
But I'm hearing that it's happening during the daytime sometimes too.
What's that?
2
down to 2 deputies.
2 road deputies.
Yeah, that's my point. That's
During
my
the
process.
during the
Because
daytime when you have
we got
all these people
holidays,
sitting in the office.
We got holidays and vacation, and we try to honor those holidays. Vacation, fall break was extremely rough with it. We had 4 people off for fall break, 4 deputies off. That's the reason I said when I read this a minute ago, we have 1 deputy off. It fixed our schedules. I feel sorry for Captain York. To do our schedules, I feel sorry for them to have to sit there and do our schedules. You talking about, it's almost a full-time job just to do our schedules when you got people calling sick. We got deputies off injured or hurt. We got deputies needing time off for other issues. Every time we got 1 deputy off, that's what people don't understand. We got 1 deputy off, it affects the morale. And here's what I'm talking about by these 4 or 5 that's leaving, potentially leaving, is then that means pick up the pace. Somebody else has got to pick up the work. These deputies run call to call to call to call. I can show you the activity.
I'm out there with them.
I know. I mean, it's never ending. Like I said, and all I got to say is when you say meet with them, talk to them, and find out what the problem is and morale issues, I did that. I did exactly what you told me to do. I met with every single one of them individually in the conference room, with the exception of Grant Bryant because he's on vacation. Deputy Grant Bryant, I've still yet met to meet with him. But I met with every single one of them individually and asked them, what's the issues, what's the pros and cons? I'll listen to you. I went as far as saying, what can I do to be a better sheriff? I'm that guy. If I can change something, I just talked to Beverly about that a minute ago about the Sexers deal. I wanted to go to sectors. I've talked about it all along. I would like to have deputies assigned to sectors. That way they learn the areas. 2 up north, 2 down south, 2 out east, 2 out west, out at all times. That's what I like to get up to. You can't do that. Well, the ones that are disgruntled was upset. If we want to get into this, there's a lot more I can get into. If we want to get to upset because I done the sectors issue, because every single one of them wanted to hang down in Burnside. And I said, you're not doing it. So I crack the whip and create a morale problem by saying you're not going to do that, or I say, okay, you all just go out there and do what you want. I'll pay you. I'll keep paying you, but y'all just do freelance and do what you want to do.
Do you have, how do I want to say this? Will other city officers and stuff back you guys up?
Do what now?
Do you have where the police chief, where the city of Somerset, where Ferguson, where Eubank, if you need them, where they come?
If we call and request them, and it's the cities, we've always had a great relationship with city. If we call and request assistance out in the city, but then most time when you're talking about stuff like this, you're talking about shootings, violent stuff, and all this. That still don't help us out on the burglaries. They're not going to come out and work in the county.
How often do you ask for their help?
When we need it.
How often has that been?
It just depends. I mean,
If we got 2 deputies out in my district working a situation, and a situation happens out west, do you ask the Somerset PD to help you or anything like that?
First thing we do is contact the state police, and I've got it documented. I'm having 911 documented. She'd show for a second her head, yeah, I'm having it documented. We request state police, and you know what they tell us? We do not have a trooper available.
Okay, but
That's the
then do you?
If it's according to what kind of situation it is. So they're not going to go to they're not going to cover our burglaries and theft. But obviously, if there's a shooting out there, yes, they'll come to it. If we're busy on a call and there's another shooting or domestic in progress, fight in progress, something like that, yes, the city will assist us on that. Yes, they will assist us on that.
I'm just hoping
Just
there's
the other
that
night
kind of relationship that.
No, we
they
got
will-
it. I think we got it.
I know they'll back up their, the
We do, but they're not.
deputies,
But that doesn't help our call volume. When you take the essential calls, the amount of violent calls that we have, that still doesn't help that still don't take it off of the call log as far as when you've got a suspicious subject, a mental problem out of control. And see, these are the 911 calls that you see coming in. And when you're talking about day shift and the number of people we have on day shift, that's not just the calls you hear on the radio, 911. We are constantly doing court orders. We're constantly doing writs of possession where we go kick people out of their house. Those are increasing dramatically. We're having calls to where we go check on these group homes throughout the county. That's a huge problem right now. Is they get an out of control client, we get the call. Suspicious subject, people walking. We get, so what I'm saying is, we can't sit there and, I have no authority to sit there and tell the Somerset Police Department, hey, you don't care, go out there and get that suspicious subject for me. They're not going to do it.
I'm just saying that, we're doing everything, we're trying to give you all the money we can. But when we're limited on our budget, we have to do the same thing. But my question is, I know it's not just money or health care. That's part of the problem, but you need to look inside too.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's what I'm asking, so.
But I haven't done that, and all I can do is what they tell me. If they
Yeah,
want to come and
well,
lie to
if
my
they're
face,
afraid to tell you.
If they're afraid to tell me, then what? I can't.
If they're afraid of repercussions for telling you that stuff, that's something that
But can
needs
you
to be
ask you a
corrected.
But that's not fair either, because can you show where I have been, that there have ever been a repercussion for anybody ever coming and talking to me?
I hear things.
I'm a factual guy. You can hear all you want, but
Yeah.
I work by facts. I'm a very factual guy. I work off of facts, and if they don't tell me that there's another issue, that's one. The reason I come up here and said this is because of that's what I told. I was wanting whenever they put their notice in to go their applications in, I said, I've done talked to them. I didn't know there was any issues. I said, Captain, meet with them. So he met with them, talked to them. We've got one that's getting ready to get married, and so he's going to have kids when he gets married. We've got another one that's going to lose his insurance because his wife is turning of the age of 25, 26, whatever it is, and it's coming off of her family's insurance. This is TMI, but you're asking, I'll tell you. So that's what they're telling me when
But
I ask. They're telling me
it's not
individually.
like, it's not like I haven't been trying over the last couple of years to help that situation out. But I've done
Listen,
everything I
If you think I'm
can.
coming up here fussing at fiscal court, I'm not. I'm being transparent
That's what
with
we
the
feel
public.
like. We feel like
We've
you're
got-
trying to make us look bad and you look good.
No.
I mean, that's where it comes down to. Every time you want to come up and say transparency, it's because you're trying to make us look bad and you look like the hero up here, that we're not giving you the funds to do it. That's
I
what it
don't
looks
have the
like to
funds.
us now. Is that right, guys? I mean, everybody speak up here.
That's what I hear.
And
That's what it is to me.
Sheriff,
and
let me
I
ask-
got
let me
that.
ask
And
you a
I'll be
question.
truthful, honest with you. When I read this to several people.
Everybody wants to pick on us. The road's got a pothole, it's our fault. It ain't because if we had the money, we'd fix everything in this county, but we
But-
don't have that money.
But look, Mr. Strunk, let's play fair. If you listen to what I said, this is not the blame game. I'm just being transparent with them.
That's what we feel like, though.
I apologize for that. I will apologize for that, okay? I said from the beginning, I don't have the solution. I don't know that there is a solution. I heard what she said, that there's consequences if you go to a family plan, if you don't go to a family plan. All I'm doing is telling you what the people are telling me. My main thing, and maybe I didn't articulate it right, and I apologize if I'm blaming y'all, because I'm not blaming nobody other than the fact when you say the funding and resources are not there, I get that, because y'all could take more money away from me, and I get that. I get that. But at the end of the day, it's not Bobby Jones that's going to suffer. It's the citizens of this county that's going to be the ones that suffer. I'm not up here to make myself look good or bad. As a matter of fact, I even told them I had the majority of my command staff begging me not to do this. Full transparency, not to come up here and say this. I said, I owe it to the citizens of this county to be transparent. When we're losing deputies, to come up and say the reason that they're telling me. You all are hearing different issues. I've got an open door policy. If they're upset with me, if these deputies are upset with me, I wish they would tell it, because every single one of them I talked to hasn't told me. Every single one of them that my command staff, they're not worried about repercussions. They may be upset about the fact that I'm expect certain things out of them to get out into the county. It's a big county, and to do your job. Like I said, I make no secret about it. Answer the calls, serve your papers, and check on buildings at night. I'm not asking them to go out there and break their necks on the amount of money that they make, because there's a lot of county employees, if people wanted to look into it, that make a lot more money working 8 to 4 in an air conditioner office than my deputies do out there working the road. A lot. That's just fact. That's factual. And that's just, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. They signed up for it. They took the job. But that's just the fact that there's a lot of, and when a lot of this county is at home in bed, we've still got deputies, or I still try to have deputies out there patrolling this county, rolling in the county. But as far as us, too many chiefs and not enough Indians, that's the problem. This is not the Sam Catchern area. That's not coming back. I don't care who the next sheriff is. I don't care who the next 10 sheriffs is. That is not coming back where you have a working sheriff. It's just not going to happen. And I don't mean that. I'm just being transparent with you. I'm not arguing that point, but I'm just saying this is not the Sam Catchern area when you can do
Well, I
this.
believe that, yeah.
The administrative part is big. And I'll apologize to you, and I'll apologize to you, and I apologize to you, and I apologize to you, I apologize to you, I apologize to you. I did not come up here with intentions of making myself look big and you all looking small. I just come up here with, and I know I throw that word out a lot, transparency, just to let you know what I've been told, and that's all I've got is what I've been told. Y'all can hear the other things, but that the deputies are stating that the reason they're leaving is, and I gave you 2 examples of them, the one don't know what he's going to do, and I feel sorry for him.
I mean, unfortunately, every department has turnover because of
Right.
pay.
We do.
And it comes down to what we can budget.
I get that.
And I'm telling you right now, over the last 2 years, that we've done more to correct the previous
I didn't argue that.
financial situation that we had the last 2.5 years. And we're in a better situation now. That's why we've been able to try to help you out. But we still can't get to, I mean, we'll never be able to give the sheriff's department enough money. I mean, or the animal shelter, or the jail,
Oh, I agree.
or the 911. We'll never be able to give everything that everybody wants. And that's, we would love to do that, but we're not in that position to do that.
I get it.
So.
Sheriff, let me ask you a
Yes, sir.
question here. We went a little bit long. You stated that some of the deputies, at least two of them, are probably going to the city of Somerset to work. Do you know the pay difference in city, what they're paying and what you're paying?
No, I was asked that question by one of my others earlier, but like I said, I don't think it's the pay, what I've been told.
I heard they was taking a pay cut to go there. I heard they was taking a pay cut to go
From
there.
what I've
But their
heard, I don't
insurance-
think
but
there's
the
much
insurance is
difference
better.
in
They told me
pay.
that, but the insurance
But
that
the
way.
insurance is
That's
up.
the reason I say either have a family paying for these young guys or more pay to where they can afford the insurance. That's what I'm talking about. I don't have the exact
I think if
number.
I'm
I
not
don't-
mistaken, I think the city pays like 90% of a family plan or something like
But,
They do.
but
They
you're
pay a
also
lot of
talking
their
about
family plan.
their new officers versus somebody coming in, and I haven't asked them. Of course, I'll be honest with you, nobody's gave me a 2-week notice yet. I've not talked to any of them. All I know is I've talked to Chief Wesley, and he said 5's put in. This is me being transparent. 5's put in, and they're looking at 3 of them. To move forward with 3 of them. I hate that. We've always had an understanding that we don't take from them, they don't take from us, but that's changed. So it's the cross that we bear. But at the end of the day, I just want the public to know, and everybody can point the finger. Hey, the buck stops with you, Bobby Jones. I'm willing to take that heat. But at the end of the day, if we don't have people to get out there and work your burglaries and thefts, I just want them to understand what I've been told, not maybe what y'all been told. That's fine. Y'all can, and I'm not blaming. I'm not here begging for money. Yeah, I would double because they're worth it. I would double, and I tell them this
And we
every
would
day.
too.
Yeah, I know. You all would double every single deputy's pay today if we could do it. But my thing is, what I'm trying to get past is this what you're saying, this rollover of just losing deputies. Like I said, been fully staffed, this continually.
We appreciate what our law enforcement does. I
The
mean, we do.
last two we left prior to this, one of them quit because he made more money mowing yards. The other one quit because he made more money spraying bugs. Okay? I mean, so we're not just losing them to other agencies, we're losing them to the private sector. The last two we lost, but let me be fully transparent with that. God has blessed us because they're now working part-time for me. They at least stayed on part-time for me to help some of this coverage. One of them just came back the other day because of the situation. I'm doing everything I can to have this. The last thing I want is a single deputy out there working a night shift and going to a bad domestic or a shooting or something by himself.
I don't blame you. I
I've
wouldn't
done
want that either.
it. I've done it myself.
Yeah.
I worked from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning by myself for years at Pulaski County Sheriff's Department, and I can prove it.
Oh, yeah.
From 2 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, I was the only deputy out. There wasn't no state police. The only backup I had was Somerset Police Department, and I'd done it for years. But I wouldn't wish that on this new generation right now at all. And I'm not saying generation, but on this with the world we live in today. I mean, yeah. So
I agree.
I will apologize to this court for making it sound like I said. My command staff said that I shouldn't get up here and say this. That's Bobby Jones just being transparent. They said, "Don't do it, don't do it." But I said, I feel like I've got to at least get up and tell the citizens of this county that if we don't respond to your suspicious subject, some of these calls, the reason why we're limited, because you got to understand, me being a sheriff, it is a full-time job, me just taking complaints from the public. Not getting this done, not getting this done, not getting this done, not getting this done. But the reality of it is, if I don't have the manpower to get it done, then it can't get done. It's just, I don't have
That's
that
all of
manpower.
us too. We take them calls every day. I mean, I get them every
me
day,
make-
I get
all
the 3
day.
o'clock in the morning call too,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Let me make one more brief statement.
Yes, sir.
I know it's about pay and insurance. I just wanted to get the comparison between the city and us and why they're leaving, because I've heard all the rumors also. But I do want to make a statement that since you've been sheriff and since I've been judge, we have increased your budget almost $400,000. And I know it costs more to do this stuff now, but I don't want us to look bad, and I don't want you to look bad, because I want to put the facts out that we've increased your budget almost $400,000 in the almost 3 years I've been here and you've been here. And also, we've put out about we've increased your deputies' salaries, appropriated to those salaries $161,000 for sheriff's deputies or holiday pay. So I want to make sure that gets out, that we are not cutting you short. We're still increasing every year your dollars that you're taking in. I just want to make that clear to the public that we're not cutting anything or shortchanging you. We're increasing 70 to 80,000 a year just on a budget for deputy salaries. So just work that every how you can, okay?
No, I get that, and like I said, I'm not arguing the money, the fact of it as in that it's your all's responsibility to get me more money. I just want the public to know that I've got limited resources that I can work with, based on the amount of money that's coming into Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Comments? Thanks, Sheriff. Next up will be the jail, policy and procedures. Did we? It's not Anthony.
Oh, good morning. So I need to ask for approval for the policy and procedures. You all got a copy of those a couple weeks ago on a flash drive. Nothing's changed with those, so just need approval for that.
I've looked at those policies. There's not much change in those. Is that correct?
It's correct.
All right.
I had a chance to review it too, and just one question. Did you, in it, it looks like anything in red was changes, right? Anything you had in red was changes, right? So I seen one in there about all the holidays. Did you confer with our Donita?
I have spoke with her about that. We at the jail do the holidays a little bit different than what the county does.
Yeah.
So we're on the same page with that.
Okay, just
Yeah.
want to make sure you are
Yes.
discussing that with Donita
Yes.
before. Okay.
Just FYI, the reason they bring that before the court is if the court doesn't approve their policy and procedures manual, then the state won't
DOC.
reimburse, yeah.
Yes, has to be approved for DOC.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson.
Second.
Second by Mr. Renshaw. Any comments or questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
And then the next thing I have is for purchase of mattresses for the inmates. We use this company to buy them usually once a year, but we have a lot of inmates, so we're gonna have to buy some more. So I just need approval for that.
Is this coming out of commissary fund or is this coming out of regular
No,
budget?
it comes out of inmate mandated expenses.
And is that part of the budget that
Yes.
you already sent to us at the beginning of the fiscal year?
Yes, sir.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Turpin, second by Mr. Strunk. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Courtney. Next up will be your 911, Ms. Beverly.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm just asking permission to hire Emma Gregory full-time pending all the preliminary stuff we have to do before hire.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Whittle to hire Emma Gregory,
Second.
second by Mr. Strunk. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Beverly. Next up will be our road department. Mr. Lane.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to ask for 1,500 ton of patch.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Renshaw. All in favor of coal patch, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
And I'd ask for 3,000 ton of rock.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilden,
Second.
second by Mr. Wilson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Then I'd like to ask for 4,000 gallon of patch oil.
Motion.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Wilson, second by Mr. Renshaw. No discussion on the patch oil. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
And then I'd like to ask for the road list.
We got a
I've got a speed limit.
speed limit in the fifth. Can somebody tell me what that road is?
15 mile an hour on the incline road.
Incline Drive. We got a speed limit on it.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson on the speed limit,
Second.
second by Mr. Strunk. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that one passes. Now the road list. I need a motion for the road list.
Motion.
By
Second.
Mr. Wilden, second by Mr. Renshaw. All in favor of the road list, say aye. Any opposed? And that will pass. Is that it, Wayne?
Thank you.
Thank you.
How's our new truck doing?
Doing good. it every day.
I will say the road departments are starting to get a handle on the items like that from the damages of the flood, and, so we're making away. We still got a big list, but we are working our way off that list, so thank you.
Finance report, Krista.
I just need approval of the October bill list, please.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Strunk. Any questions on the bill list? All in favor, say aye. Passes. I'm going to ask to go in the executive session to discuss some personnel, also opioid settlement funds.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilson,
Second.
second by Mr. Ranshaw. All in favor of going in executive session, say aye. Any opposed? We'll be in for just a few moments. You're welcome to stay. We'll be back out shortly. Turn to out of executive session. Well, wait till he gets on camera, I guess. Good. Need a motion to return out of executive session back into regular session.
Motion.
Mr. Wilden makes that motion. Mr. Renshaw seconds. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And we're back in regular session. We need a motion to terminate the employment of, who was the guy? James Brandon Payne at 911 for lack of performance and absenteeism and other things, but I need that motion.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Wilson and second by Mr. Strunk. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that motion passes. Now I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second by Mr. Wilson, second by Mr. Strunk, and we will stand adjourned. Thanks everyone for attending today.